one of the things that many of us were looking for was a significant drawdown, and 10,000 initially, and then another 23,000 over the next 18 months. Still leaves us there with 70,000 plus troops still on the ground, plus all the military contractors that are there. I don't find this to be significant. I don't think the American people are going to find it to be significant. I think what we're asking for, and those of us that are disappointed with the number, and I certainly am, is that this had to be significant. We had to demonstrate to not only the American people, but to the world that we're getting out. Mm-hmm. And if you time this out at this rate, we'll be there till 2016, 2017. And Al-Qaeda has been weakened. We still don't have a real relationship with Pakistan in terms of what they're doing and not doing. That is just money that's not offset by anything other than cuts in domestic spending. So American people need their roads fixed. They want their kids educated. They want that money reinvested here. They want to bring those troops home and reintegrate them into back into our society. That should be the goal. And we should be out of there in less than a year. And I'm not talking in a year, and I'm talking about the entire contingent of military that we have. I think there's humanitarian efforts, development efforts that can go on and should go on, training that should go on for the Afghan police and army. But overall, us carrying the brunt of this with a force of 70,000 or 100,000 troops, that's a full-scale involvement. Mm-hmm. This is not a partial involvement. And it's increased. And I think President Obama, in his effort to try to do two things at once, has not succeeded. Mm-hmm. We are asking for a quick, timely withdrawal, and 10,000 initially and 23 over a year and a half is not significant, and it's certainly not timely.
Do you think the Afghan National Security Forces can really secure the country and the Taliban and fight the Taliban?
I don't know. That's the whole point of this dilemma for all of us, is that how big of an investment of time, our blood and capital do we make in us being the police for Afghanistan, and us being the army for Afghanistan, as us being the development arm for Afghanistan. At some point, there has to be a realization. Afghanistan has been there for thousands of years, and the situation that we hit there has been replicated through history. And at some point, we have to learn, as the Russians did, and as other conquering forces that have been there have learned, that this is a situation that you are never going to stabilize. And so we can help by their people being able to take care of themselves, and we should do that and make that investment. But for us to be their army, police, and occupy that nation with no timetable of when we get out, and a significant commitment of 100,000 men and women there is too much. And this withdrawal should have been significant, and there should have been a timetable as to when full withdrawal was going to happen.